And I need your undivided attention because the things that I want to talk about are very important and truly are a matter of life and death. Okay? So I really want all eyes on me and pay attention, if you will. We are living in a time, and I'm here to talk to you about a second we're going to do it. We are living in a time, if you're paying attention to news, whether it's social media, whether it's news outlets, your generation, your age group is in a very serious, tedious time in your life. Many of you have this understanding, but many of you don't. This group, your class, your expectation of yourself, see y'all not paying attention, and then we'll be the main ones. Officer Battle and all these other officers got to go to your parents' house and let them know that there's a possibility. See, y'all, some of y'all, not all of y'all, thank y'all for being great, but some of y'all have this twisted idea of reality. Every week, multiple young people from the ages of 14 to 21 are being shot, stealing cars, breaking into houses, all of these things that truly are changing the trajectory of your lives. If you don't think that what we're dealing with is real, again, read the paper. Talk to somebody in your class who may have a loved one who's been seriously injured or killed in Valdosta in the last 2 or 3 years. I got stuff on the slide that I'm supposed to talk about, but I'm bypassing that today because of this. If you are in this room today, this is an opportunity for you to hear truth about life and what's going on. If you don't want to listen to conversation, you'll listen to consequence. Meaning, if you're not hearing Dr. Marshall, you're not hearing Mr. Moore, Mr. Hunter, Mr. Lee, Ms. Knowles, Ms. Massey, your teachers trying to talk to you, provide you with instruction, wisdom, and guidance. If you don't listen to the conversation, the consequences, infractions for behavior, that's the discipline part. Life, jail, YEC, prison, the grave, all of these things are possible if you don't listen to conversation. You cannot tell someone directly or indirectly through social media, in-person, text, any electronic form or fashion that you're going to kill them, that you're going to beat them up. You cannot threaten to shoot up a school, anybody's house. That is a serious violation. It is a felony. It will get you kicked out of school and begin a rap sheet or a criminal record for you that will follow you. All of this, if you want to be treated as young adults and you want to function in your life as young adults, it comes from making good decisions. Conflict resolution is a part of that. If you got a beef with me, if you got a problem with me, don't make no threats and what you gonna do to try to be bad for people on social media and all this name calling stuff, Instagram, Snap, all these things. Come to me and let's talk about it. Come to me and talk. And exactly. If you want to man up, you want to say so, let's have a conversation. That's adulthood. When you have a problem with somebody, an issue, we talk about it. We don't fight. We don't have to do any of that. What you have to think about is not just about this moment, but what's next. What's after this? I've been in law enforcement for 20 years. I've made death notifications for people who are 3, They are located throughout this campus and every campus in the district. Our SROs have them, our nurses have them, and they're available for our administration. It's only supposed to take one Narcan application that if you are in an opioid overdose to bring you back to life. This young man was on campus and had 5 applications of Narcan that barely brought him back to life. I can't control what you do outside of this building, all our campuses. None of us can. That's on you. But when you are here, there is an expectation that not only do you know what the rules are, but that you abide by them and you hold your peers accountable. All of this, I ain't gonna be no snitch. Well, let me just tell you, I would rather report something and have people say, oh, that's a snitch. You can't do nothing around Sabrina because she gon' tell it. I would rather you call me a snitch and you have that and have on my conscience for the rest of my life that I saw something that you shouldn't have been doing and I didn't tell anybody about it. You have people that you're sitting next to that are dealing with a whole lot of stress. They're dealing with a whole lot of things, not just in school, but outside of school. None of us know what the other person's going through and dealing with. You may be sitting next to somebody who ain't ate. You may be sitting next to somebody whose parents are sick, living from pillar to post, don't have a place to stay. We don't know that because looks are deceiving. But here's this thing. If you're going to be these scholars, these great people, pay attention to the person sitting next to you. If they're your friend and they're acting different, tell somebody about it. We had a 9-year-old. Hear me. Been doing this a long time. We had a 9-year-old on one of our campuses in Valdosta City Schools District who was going through a tough time, was being bullied. Went home in his bedroom and took his life. 9, not 19, not 13, 9. It's real. We have the anonymous alerts reporting platform. You can find it on the GoCast website. You can download the app. But if you notice somebody going through a tough time, they're in intimate partner vows. That means they got a boyfriend and girlfriend and they're beating on them, or are being emotionally abusive towards them. Report it if you don't want to go tell anybody. You can do it anonymously, but do not anonymously report something that's a lie. Don't make threats on your anonymous report, but tell somebody. These things are important. Do not bring weapons on this campus, no campus, and no athletic event. Again, that's a serious violation. You ain't coming back to no school in Valdosta City Schools unless you're going virtual. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Our job is to keep you safe. We can't be the only ones responsible for that. Each of you have to take the individual responsibility for yourself. Don't open side doors for people to come in through the parking lot through back doors because you don't know what they have. And we'll tell you, you don't think that it could be your friend? It could be. It could be the smartest person in the class. It could be the not smartest person in the class. It could be the most popular person or the least popular person. Anybody who's going through a traumatic situation or a difficult time, when they want to hurt you or other people, it doesn't matter where they come from, where they live, or where they work, or how they look. Our goal is to make sure every person in this room, when you come on this campus, you go home. And you go home the same way you came. Not in the back of a police car, not in the back of an ambulance. Not under a white sheet. So please, take your life seriously. Make good choices, good decisions. These headphones and all this stuff, they're in the code of conduct for a reason. Not long ago, right before I walked in, there's a group of kids going down. Saw a kid with headphones on. Hey, I need to take your headphones off. Hey, I need to take your headphones off. Could not hear. In the event of an emergency, being